While series like Queen of Tears and Lovely Runner became the most popular K-dramas of the year, various other pieces are definitely worth watching, but remain seriously underrated. One of those is Blood Free. This series has a really unique premise as it's set in a near future in which the biotechnology company BF dominates the market of artificially grown meat, after ending the era of humans eating animals, and keeps expanding its business. The drama follows the story of Yoon Ja-yu, played by Han Hyo-ju, who is the founder and CEO of the company. As many people criticize her actions, she faces constant attacks by farmers, agricultural workers, and hackers, and finally decides to hire a personal bodyguard named Woo Jae-woon, played by Joo Ji-hoon. After her company becomes the target of a ransomware attack by a group of hackers, Ja-yu decides to investigate more about the people who are working against her company. The controversial topic of lab-grown meat is discussed here for the first time in a Korean drama, but this issue isn't really the focus of the series. Instead, the story mainly revolves around the mystery surrounding the identity of the people targeting BF and the series of ominous events that follow the ransomware attacks. While the drama has been praised by most critics, some viewers found this aspect a bit disappointing, as a more in-depth discussion of the issue of artificial meat might have been even more interesting to watch. The high quality of this drama is no surprise when you consider that it was written by Lee Soo-yeon, who previously worked on the highly acclaimed thriller Stranger, for which she won the award for Best Screenplay of a Television Series at the 54th Baeksang Arts Awards in 2018. In Blood Free, she was once again able to keep viewers interested in another thriller mystery acclaimed by critics. The series has also been praised for its eye-catching action scenes and overall stunning graphics, as well as the great performance of the leading actors. Speaking of mystery and action, Flex X Cop is also an underrated drama that blends these two genres while also adding elements of comedy. This drama is actually a remake of the Russian television series Silver Spoon, adapted to a Korean setting, and it's a crime investigation drama that revolves around the rich chaebol heir Jin Isu, played by An Bo-hyun. He's deemed too immature and playful by the people around him, and no one trusts him since he prefers spending money on crazy activities instead of working for his family's business. However, his life completely changes when he's mistakenly arrested for a crime that he didn't commit by the detective Lee Gang-hyun, played by Park Ji-hyun. After this misunderstanding is finally resolved, the two become partners and start working together, with Isu using his wealth and influence to help Gang-hyun solve her cases. What might initially seem like another one of many police dramas turns out to be much more unique thanks to its well-crafted storyline and unusual setting. The drama is also deeper than expected, as it addresses many serious issues such as the personal life of Isu, who grew up without real friends and isn't on good terms with his family. Expanding on these issues, the series also adds the complicated theme of biological family versus family of choice. The development of the story has also been applauded by critics, as initially the two work on what seem to be random cases, but over time, mystery, suspense, and heartbreak builds up as the cases get more and more personal for the two characters. The narrative has been described by some viewers as impressive, and the pacing as magnificent. The chemistry between the main characters, who work well together despite having very different personalities, has been highly praised, and the performance of the both leading and supporting actors also helps the series stand out. With a lot of fast-paced action and many comedic moments, it's no surprise that the popularity of Flex X Cop increased over time, and viewership ratings reached unexpectedly high levels. Thanks to its success, the series has already been renewed for a second season, but still remains very underrated, as it was overshadowed by other more popular dramas airing around the same time. One seriously underrated series that aired this year is Jazz for Two, a BL story that uniquely centers around jazz music. The drama follows the love story between Yoon Se-hoon and Han Tae-yi, respectively played by Kim Jin-kwon and Ji Ho-gun, two actors without much experience that put on a really great performance. The story begins when Se-hoon returns to school after a year off and goes into a forbidden piano room to play music. He's immediately confronted by Tae-yi, who threatens to hurt him if he enters the room again, so the two actually start off as enemies. However, Tae-yi is actually hiding that he's still suffering because of the passing of his brother, who was a genius jazz pianist, and hearing Se-hoon play this genre of music reminded him of that tragic event. While initially it seems like they have absolutely nothing in common, Over time, the two start to bond over their shared love of jazz music. What follows is an organic evolution of their relationship, which in the end becomes romantic, but is also threatened by the presence of other characters. The development of the story and the character work of this drama has been praised by many critics, with some pointing out how this series ends up being far from the typical stereotypes and cliches of other BL dramas. Another unexpected aspect of the series is how it tackles many serious issues, including grief and mental health, while also including many comedic and ridiculous moments. As the series is focused on music, it's no surprise that the soundtrack is also really good, and the performances of both leading and supporting actors have been applauded. With its unique mix of music, comedy, and love, Jazz for Two is surely a series worth watching. One of the most underrated dramas is without a doubt A Shop for Killers, which, according to many netizens, is among the best dramas of 2024. This series is an action-filled drama that follows the story of Jong Ji-yeon, played by Kim Hye-jun, who learns of the unexpected passing of her uncle, who was her only caretaker, and is played by Lee Dong-wook. After being raised and trained by her uncle for many years without knowing anything about his real identity, she suddenly finds herself as the target of many people trying to take her life. With the help of her childhood friend, played by Park Ji-bin, she finds out that her uncle secretly ran a hidden online business selling weapons to all kinds of criminals. Together, the two have to survive numerous attacks, while slowly discovering the many secrets behind Jinmon's past. The drama is a thrilling mix of mystery and action that keeps viewers interested throughout the entire series as clues on Jinmon's crazy past are revealed one by one. However, the series has also been criticized by some viewers for having a few plot holes, especially in the first 2 episodes, but the many action-packed scenes and the developments in the following episodes quickly make up for it. The acting of the leads, who are already well-established names in the Korean entertainment industry, has also been praised, especially given that they had to play roles that are quite different from what they were used to in their previous works. Their chemistry on screen is remarkable, and has even been described as the biggest highlight of the entire series. Other aspects of the drama that have been praised by critics are the clever use of location and technology, and the great choreography of the action scenes, as well as the overall narrative. Despite all the praise, A Shop for Killers remains less talked about than many other more popular dramas, making it one of the most underrated series of the year. However, this might change in the future, as now it seems very likely that the series will be renewed for a second season. Maybe the most underrated K-drama of 2024 so far is another BL story, Love for Love's Sake. This series, which has been adapted from the webtoon Love Supremacy Zone, follows the story of 29-year-old Kim Young-ha, played by Lee Tae-won, who suddenly finds himself transported into the alternative reality of a fictional online game, taking the body of a 19-year-old character. Living the life of a high school student, he meets Cha Yo-woon, played by Cha Ju-won, and goes on a quest to make him happy while acting as a video game character. Over time, the two start to develop a romantic relationship, which turns into a love triangle with the arrival of Chon Sang-won, played by Oh Min-soo, who has a huge crush on Myung-ha. This BL drama with an interesting and unique premise evolves into a very complex story, which is much deeper than what may seem initially. The series explores a wide range of serious aspects, including dissatisfaction in life, social differences, and the controversial topic of love in a virtual world. The game setting of the drama also leads to some unique features such as mission objectives, typical video game graphics, and even errors, making the series a peculiar blend of fantasy and romance. With all these unpredictable aspects that stimulate the imagination of the audience, the series never fails to keep viewers interested. The development of the characters and the progression of the story are other aspects that make this series, without a doubt, one to watch. The actors also put on some great performances, and the chemistry between the leads has been highly praised by critics. While some have pointed out that the final episode seems a bit rushed and has a few awkward twists, the series still left a great impression for many viewers.